Hello and welcome to episode 5 of Wine and Reason. I'm Julie, and today we're going to talk about, misogyny and the kind of stuff we usually cover. I apologize for the incredible afternoon light streaming in behind me. I can't do anything about it. I tried, don't have a safe way to cover up that window. There was a chair with wheels involved. It was very dangerous. Don't do that. And so we'll just get right to it. Okay, so recently, Harvey Weinstein, well, actually, recently being yesterday, February 7th, 2020, is when this was reported by Robert Sanchez on CNN. He also got his source from the New York Times Daily Podcast. But in an interview Friday on the New York Times Daily Podcast, Donna Rotunno, hope I'm saying that correctly, was asked whether she had ever been the victim of sexual assault. And she quite infamously, if not yet, it will be infamously eventually, said, quote, "I have not because I would never put myself in that position. I've always made choices from college age on where I never drank too much. I never went home with someone that I didn't know. I just never put myself in any vulnerable circumstances ever," said Donna Rotunno, legal counsel for Harvey fucking Weinstein. When asked by a very intrepid reporter, I'm not kidding when I say intrepid, but honestly, it does seem to be the obvious question. When asked, quote, "Do you believe every woman who's been sexually assaulted somehow put herself in that position, whether it was having drinks or agreeing to go to a hotel room?" Asked New York Times reporter Megan Tue, co-author of She Said, Breaking the Sexual Harassment Story that helped ignite a movement. Again, this is all from Ray Sanchez's article. Rotunno replied, "Absolutely not. But just as we make smart decisions when we walk out on the street at night, I think you have to make the same decision when you're putting yourself in circumstances with other people." Okay. So, I have some statistics for Donna Rotunno. Just a little information to sort of dispel this stranger danger myth that she's perpetuating. And also, frankly, she might as well have said, "Oh, they asked for it," right? They were in the wrong place at the wrong time. These women, they weren't looking out for themselves. They weren't being cautious. This is classic victim blaming. And Ms. Rotunno, we're not going to fucking have it. Okay? We're not having it. So, just to let you know, Weinstein is charged with 5 counts, including rape, criminal sexual act, and predatory sexual assault. Sorry, criminal sexual. No, it did say that. It did say act. Okay. Which is punishable by up to life in prison. The charges are based on Miriam Haley's testimony that Weinstein forced oral sex on her in 2006, and Jessica Mann's testimony that he raped her twice during an abusive relationship, pardon me. Yeah, that certainly constitutes as an abusive relationship. And Rotunno, I want you to take note of that word relationship, okay? Because when we look at statistics, now these are from, I just Googled sexual assault in the United States, and there are so many sources to this. I'm going to have to put them in the notes, but this is just one website that's compiled statistics on sexual assault in the United States. So 1 in 5 women and 1 in 71 men will be raped at some point in their lives, period. So 1 in 5 women will be raped at some point in their lives. FYI, I'm one of the 5. I'm one of the 1 in 5. Okay, so is almost every woman I know. In the U.S., 1 in 3 women and 1 in 6 men experience some form of contact sexual abuse in their lifetime. Also, yep, one of those. 52.4% of male victims report being raped by an acquaintance, and 15.1% by a stranger. For women, it's 51.1 of female victims of rape reported being raped by an intimate partner, and 40.8% by an acquaintance. So, yeah, you are much more, as was the case with me, likely to be raped by an intimate partner, someone you know and trust, than you are by a stranger, Donna Rotunno. It doesn't matter if you look both ways before you cross the street, or if you have your keys in a scary position between your hands when you walk across the street to the grocery store at night. The fact is, any of us could be sexually assaulted at any time. And it doesn't mean that we're doing anything wrong. And it sure as shit doesn't mean we're doing anything to deserve it. All right, so 91% of rape and sexual assault victims are women, and 9% are men, and by the way, I'm not saying any's better than the other, but we should get all of these numbers down. In 8 out of 10 cases of rape, the victim knew the perpetrator. 8 out of 10, Rotunno. 8 out of 10. Okay. 8% of rapes occur while the victim is at work. So this whole going out at night or not going out at night and being aware of one's surroundings, I have to go to work and I have to earn a fucking paycheck to pay for, you know, all of this glory that you see here right now. How can this bitch be so stupid and be a fucking lawyer? That's what I want to know. How out of touch. I don't get it. I know I got an MFA in creative writing because I thought that would be useful. So I can't really talk, but at the same time, it's like, seriously? Really? All right. The lifetime cost for you fiscal conservatives out there, the lifetime cost of rape per victim is $122,461. Annually, rape costs the U.S. more than any other crime. That's 127 billion. That's with a B, billion. Followed by assault, 93 billion. Oh yeah, like that time I was at a club dancing with my girlfriends and a guy danced at me and shoved his hand up my skirt because apparently he thought that was okay. I was so shocked I didn't know what to do. I just walked off the dance floor and sat down. Yeah, but clearly I was asking for it because, you know, I was at a club at night with 5 other young women and you know, I was wearing a skirt. It was short. So, yeah, totally my fault. That guy. No. All right. Murder, 71 billion. That's terrible, but 71 billion. And drunk driving, including fatalities, costs our country 61 billion a year. So rape costs more than anything else. And I honestly don't know what the qualifiers or what the quantitative matter was for determining those costs. I imagine a lot of it is rape kits because we know there's a huge backlog. So there you go. 81% of women and 35% of men report significant short or long-term impacts, such as post-traumatic stress disorder. And I can certainly say it. I needed a lot of therapy. All right. And I will include the sources for these statistics in the notes. Thank you to the one person who is not my husband who is watching this. You know who you are and you're amazing. If anyone else watches it, thank you so much. And just try to be safe and stand with each other, not against each other. Anyway, remember, you won't find truth in wine, but you might find it in reason. Love from Memphis, y'all.